What's up to you? It's your girl to the gram, back with another video. I know it's early in the morning. This is something different. Don't get used to it. But as y'all can tell by the title, I decided, since it's been a long time since I've done it, I'm gonna give you guys 5 more stories of the craziest banking experiences I've dealt with. But before we get to it, make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, and y'all, let's get straight to it. So first and foremost, first one I have on the block, y'all. This is not the craziest, but this is definitely top 3, okay? So this lady, she had a sick dog, okay? So here's the full backstory. Another branch called us and said that this lady was gonna come get her debit card or whatever, because she usually banks with them, but she was in our area, so she was gonna come to our branch. Okay, cool, whatever. They sent the debit card over to us and all that, so it was not an issue. We had everything we needed for her. Well, when she gets to our branch, she's saying how she can't get out because her dog's sick. And I'm like, well, at the time, our policy was every customer that signs for a debit card has to come inside for it because they want them on camera. So she kept going with the sob story. Her dog was sick, she couldn't get out the car, that we needed to call the other branch. And I'm like, branch already called us and told us that you need to come out the car to sign your debit card. So she's like, call them. So I'm like, okay, so I called them back. The manager literally told me she needs to get out of the car and sign the paperwork. I said, that's exactly what I'm saying, but she wanted me to call you, so that's clarification for me that you were on the same page as far as the bank. Okay, cool. Go back out, tell her again. This is the type of lady that does not like to be told no. Entitled, basically, right? So she starts going off and all this and all that. So at this point, I get my manager involved. I'm like, I'm not about to sit here and deal with this. You're the manager. You deal with it. Literally. So she came and she was talking to the lady, literally saying the same thing. I don't know why y'all feel so entitled to where somebody's telling you the policy and then it takes a manager to say the same thing. Like, I ain't just tell you what. Like, I'm just talking out my head or something, you know? Anyway, so manager goes, tells her the same thing. She still ain't having it, y'all. She starts screaming. Mind you, she's in drive-through. Starts screaming from the top of her lungs. She was peed off, okay? All because of a debit card. All because she had to get out the car to sign for her new debit card that she needed. Like, man, you could have, like, we had everything ready for you. All you had to do was get out the car, come sign your shit, and be out the door. Like, the dog would have been okay for, like, not even a minute. Literally. So, at this point, she's going crazy. And this is when it turns racist. I'm not saying this just to say this, like, I'm dead ass. Like, I'm going to say verbatim on what she said. I'm black, my manager's black. So, instantly starts calling her black bees and all this other stuff. And at this point, it's like, okay, she doing way too, like, at first you was doing too much, but now you done took it to a whole nother level. So my manager literally turned the damn speaker off. Like, she was literally screaming to where the speaker was off, but we could still hear her through the glass outside. Like, it was that bad, y'all. Like, I'm not even being dramatic. And even one of our co-workers was outside at the time, and she's looking like, what the fuck is going on? So she came inside, she's asking questions, and we're like, this is loony. Like, she's literally loony. Like, did she not take her medicine today? Like, what's really going on? We don't know. This is not the first instant story about her, so keep that in mind, okay? So yeah, she's doing all that rah-rah. So then we got a higher up. He actually works with us at that branch, so we got him involved. And they're like, okay, first of all, no. And they're basically were starting to take tabs on her, like, okay, she ain't gonna keep doing this. She's not gonna, so it became a whole big thing. Let's move on to the second story, because like I said, this is not the first time with her. So let me go to the next story, okay? Next story is a non-customer actually came in and started a ruckus because he was cashing a check on our bank. He doesn't bank with us, but the client that he has banks with us and wrote him a check from their account. He was trying to cash it. It was a high amount. I don't remember the exact amount, but it was a high amount. And if anybody that has high amount checks knows, you are going to be, if you don't bank with them, you are going to be asked for your social security number. Why? Because the government tracks that shit. Okay? So, when he was asked for his social security, he was cool up until everything. But as soon as I asked for his social security number, he flipped up. I don't want the government tracking me, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, well, I can't cash it without it. Like, it's not going to let you override, like, the system will not let you override it. You have to put in a social security number. You can't make up one, like, it, you know what I'm saying? Like, like I said, they track this shit. So, he wasn't having it. My manager at the time, this was a whole new manager. She was at lunch. So, the higher up that was there, he came out. Because I actually called somebody else. Because I didn't want to bother him, so I called somebody else. But he heard the ruckus, so he came out. But while I'm on the phone with the other person, he's trying to, like, de-escalate the conversation. I'm on the phone with her, and she's like, yep, no, we need a social security number. System's not going to let us override it, da-da-da-da-da. Stuff I already knew, right? But my thing is, I like to cover myself when it comes to customers. So I'm going to make sure I have clarification and everybody's on my side with this situation, basically. So he's trying to de-escalate the conversation. It's not happening, right? Mind you, this whole time I was actually calm. I was actually calm for a change, actually. That was actually funny. So that I was calm, right? The higher up was starting to get irritated because he kept having to repeat himself, and it was just a whole big thing. So he was starting to get irritated a lot. And after the situation, because they got to a point like his wife was trying to, because I guess he was disabled, like a disabled veteran or something. So she was trying to like help the situation, but at the same time she was not helping the situation, honestly. So yeah, it was a whole big thing. So by the time we got it de-escalated, he finally ended up giving a social. Was it his? I don't know. There ain't no way I'd be able to run it to see if it was his, for real. So yeah, once he left, he looked at me, he was like, how are you so calm through all of that? Like, he was like irritated. It takes a lot to irritate this man. So he's looking at me like, how are you so calm? And I'm like, to be honest with you, I just got back from vacation. I just got back from vacation, honestly. So, I mean, yeah, it hasn't taken effect yet. You know, like, all the BS hasn't, like, gotten to me yet. But that was honestly crazy, because that's, like, the first time I've ever seen him in a predicament like that, and him actually get irritated. Like, that was kind of crazy, I ain't gonna lie. Like, that man was going back and forth for over an hour. Like, it was a mess. And that's putting it lightly, okay? Another story is, we about to resurface back to that lady, y'all. So, this is the daughter of the lady. She came in to cash a check, and I'm pretty sure it was off, because her and her mom, I think, share an account. So it was a check that the mom wrote to the daughter for her to cash it. So I didn't take this one. Thank God, I didn't take this one, okay? But the daughter came in to cash the check, and I don't know exactly what triggered the daughter, but I guess she was asked for something, and she just started going bananas, like the mama does. She started going bananas. So at this point, she calls the mom. So she's on the phone with the mom, and the mom tells her to put her on speaker. I think what it was is that they were trying to verify the check because it was a high amount. And they were trying to verify the check with the mom that wrote the check. Well, the mom wasn't answering the phone. So then the daughter was already on the phone with the mom while we're trying to call the mom to verify the check. Well, all that shit happened, right? And the mom's on the phone, screaming and hollering once again, on the phone this time though, about why you can't cash my daughter's check, da 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 da, this is who I am, blah blah blah. And we're like, ma'am, we're literally just trying to call you to verify that you wrote the check. That's it. But you're not answering the phone because you're on the phone with your daughter. Like, hello? Something wasn't clicking with her, okay? So, from that point, she goes into her racist spiel again. Oh, is it the black woman? Instantly, we all looking at that phone like, excuse me? She wasn't talking about me, she was talking about my manager. I don't believe my manager was in that day. She might have been. But still, we're all like, excuse me? What is that? First of all, you're acting like we're refusing your service. We're not refusing service. We're doing it by policy. Policy means if you're going to write a large check, we need to verify that you actually wrote that check. Because I bet you, if this was a con artist and she got a hold of your check and she was trying to cash it and we didn't verify it with you and she took all that money, you would be pissed at us, right? Okay. Again, common sense ain't really a thing, y'all. So, I mean, yeah. So, when I tell you that daughter is just as bad as the mom, like, she was, like, pacing back and forth, like, cursing. Like, she's definitely her mom's daughter. That's all I'm gonna say. For sure. I'm glad I didn't have her, because, baby, I already had the mama, so you can have the daughter. You can have the daughter, because I already dealt with the mama. No. So I will say though, there's been times where the mom has come in and she's been decent. Like, she's been on, like, it seems like she was on her medication. So that's why it's so weird. It's like, okay, she has her moments where she's good, and then when she's not, she's not. Now, I ain't gonna say she's bipolar. It's giving that, but she might, I don't know, it might be something deeper than that, honestly. But it's like, ma'am, you gotta get it together, because if there was one more instant with her, they would have closed her accounts and be like, okay, you can't bank with us no more. Like, it was that bad, y'all. All right, let's go to another one. A non-customer came in and wanted to get his coins counted. Now, y'all know how I feel about this, because I said it last time in the first one. But here's the kicker. He neglected to say that, A, he had an account, because we can only do anything with coins if you have an account with us. We don't do anything for non-clients besides cashing a check. But not only did he neglect to say he didn't have an account, which, again, yes, it was on him, but it was also on the teller for not asking. But it was over $1,000 worth of pennies. I'm gonna say that again. $1,000 worth of pennies, y'all. One roll of pennies is 50 cents. We have a small ass coin counter. They don't make them big industrial coin counters anymore because they're so expensive and they are hard to maintenance because nobody wants to work on them because they're so outdated. Yeah, they dropped the ball on that one for sure. We was literally counting pennies for 2 days, y'all. It was, and it's like once we say we're gonna accept it, it's not like you can be like, oh no. Like, I will say though, he did make it seem like he only had like 2 jars, like pickle jars. No, this man had big ass tote bags, like 3 to 4 tote bags full of pennies. Yeah. Ask me if that man uses his account. And don't. And don't. last one I got for y'all is a customer called. Oh, I love this one. And literally went off on the phone because we did something to their account that we were told to do. But they're saying that no, they wanted us to do something completely different. Okay, so this woman had an IRA CD. This is not an IRA or a CD. It's the combination of both. So with that being said, there's certain stipulations and rules you have to follow, right? So with a CD, if I don't know if y'all know, but with a CD, you can roll it over every year. Now, depending on what term you have, if they're not offering that term, it'll be a whole different term. It'll be the current one that they currently offer, unless they have like a special or whatever. An IRA, you don't have to roll over an IRA. So, I literally asked this woman multiple times, had conversations with her. We're like, it's renewing, and this is the best rate that you'll be able to get it at. So that's what she wanted. So at the time, my manager's not there, and I'm handling it. I literally called her before I did anything. Literally called her and verified everything with her, and she said, "Yeah." So I said, "Okay." Did it right before we closed. She's calling, like harassing, back to back to back to back. I didn't authorize y'all to do this. They're like literally screaming in the phone, like, you know. I'm just like, ma'am, ma'am, please, please, please. And she's like, I need y'all to undo whatever y'all did, da 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 da. So I'm like, okay, well, first of all, you're calling 30 minutes before we close. After I had already talked to you earlier in the day. I literally talked to you this morning. It's 30 minutes before we close. And you're going off about this now. When you had time, you had almost all day, right? To try to figure out what the problem was. That anyway. So then she's like, no, I need y'all to undo it now. And I'm like, first of all, above my pay grade, I can't physically do it. And the people that I need to get in touch with may or may not get back with me in time before we close. Oh, well, I need to answer by the end of the day. And I'm just like, again. So literally right after I got off the phone with her, she starts harassing the branch and starts calling back to back to back to back to back to back, right? But before she continued her spiel, she called another branch that she actually deals with and was talking to them. So then they called us asking what's going on. We tell them, and they're like, oh, okay, you know, keep us posted, whatever. Again, she's still calling the branch back to back, and at this point we're like, still ain't nothing we can do. If they ain't respond back, I mean, it's gonna get done tomorrow. Like, you harassing somebody is not gonna get you the answers or the service that you crave. It's actually gonna delay your process even more, whether you know that or not. And it's like, she's thinking it's gonna like affect her taxes, even though I already told her, ma'am, it's not gonna affect her taxes because this happened this year. This year's taxes ain't till next year. So as long as we get it fixed within a week, which we did, it's not gonna affect you. And I told her that on the phone, but again, she didn't want to hear that. That's not my fault that you don't want to hear what I'm telling you what's gonna happen. Like, it's going to get fixed, and it's not gonna affect your taxes. Point blank, period. But again, she's one of them people, didn't want to hear because she's so stressed, she's so, you know. And it's like, I get when you're frustrated, but if someone's reassuring you that it's not going to affect anything and it's going to get taken care of, why do you feel like, no, you need it right now, right now? Well, ma'am, I can't do it right now. I'm telling you, we literally close in 10 minutes. It's not going to get done right now. It will get done in the morning. Like, some people are just so entitled, and it's just so crazy. I really don't let that stuff get to me, honestly. And it's so funny because people will literally look at me like, she didn't react, she didn't. above my pay grade, one. Two, these people, they literally just want to vent half the time. Literally. Just want to get their frustrations out, and they love to take it out on the one person they can take it out on at the time. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be us. So, like, believe it or not, I'm labeled as an essential worker. So, guess who deals with 99% of the crazy bullshit that goes on? Essential workers. So, like I said, it's really nothing new to me. Like, I've been in banking for 4 years. Like, it really ain't nothing new at this point, but it's just, yeah, some crazy shit. Some crazy shit. Those are the only 5 that I could think of off the top of my head. There's probably more, honestly, y'all. And the more crazier they get, the more parts I will do to this. It's been a minute since I did the first one. But those were at my old job. This is at my new job now. So I had to like collect a couple just to show y'all. Like, this is, it'd be crazy out here in the streets. Like, we don't get them too often, but you know which ones are memorable and which ones are like, So, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below, out of the 5, which one was the craziest in your opinion? I honestly feel like the craziest was probably that lady and her daughter. Honestly, I ain't never dealt with nothing like that. That was kind of crazy. I ain't going to you, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and